So this summer, I did a lot of soul searching. I went to Nigeria, my motherland, where my mother and father are from. I got to see their villages, where they came from, who they were, how they grew up, which was a great experience for me. And other than the Ebola, it was an okay trip. So I come back from the summer, and just talking to friends and people was just really different for me. Just coming fresh out of Knob year, it was a different experience for me, and it felt like I was at a different point with somebody. So I felt like I needed to search and look for myself and see who I was as a person. And then the other day, last Friday, you gave your speech on superheroes, and it inspired me because we look up to those people and their characters and their values. So I had a question with myself as, who am I? Who am I as a person? I know I did a co-ed speech about my name, and I really did well on it, and I felt like I needed to go further in that. Even though I know my full name and my heritage, I needed to know the real person of who I am solely. So I was thinking, like this summer, we all know about Ferguson and what happened in the accounts. And we all have our opinions and views of this certain altercation or what took place, but necessarily that's not what I wanted to focus on. I wanted to focus on a solution to fix that. And not only Ferguson, to fix ISIS, to fix Gaza, Palestine, and to fix any other conflict in this world. And you're asking, what is that? That solution is to stop. To stop and think. To think that maybe, just maybe, our thoughts and our views and our religion, we've all been brainwashed at one point. And I'm not saying that I'm not all for religion. I'm saying the fact that we've bought into this culture, keyword cult, this culture of our lessons. We've learned from our grandparents and our parents, and we've repeated and learned their lessons. They are great. They have great teaching lessons that they've taught us and these great morals and values, but they've messed up too. And you have to understand that. And you have to be able to stop and think, who am I as a person? Who am I as an individual? You have to look inside. Because if you don't, it's bad. If you look at history, we can talk about how we look at the marches from politicians to the I Have the Dream speech to rallies and wars and peace. We believed it. They told us race was a real thing, and we believed it. They told us that war and violence would cause peace, and we believed it. Now, what if you stopped and you thought of something else? What if you were able to look inside yourself and say, maybe I can see who I am solely inside my body and understand that sometimes there's views that you can do to be more human, to be a kind person. I know for a fact that we're all not perfect. I don't have perfect values. I know I don't have the greatest moral values. But I know that we should be able to stop as human beings and a kind person to understand that we can make a difference in this world. There's billions of people that have come before us. There's going to be billions of people that come after. But what we do, what we can do, our generation, in this time, you, me, us, as we stand here today, we can make a difference. We can change the world. We can change the views of our children and our children's children to move on. We can set a place where nobody looks at your color, your character, your skin, and we understand each other, no matter what. No matter the difficulties, you'll understand their backgrounds. I mean, even if you look at it as knobs, when you're knobs, you learn to discipline, and you have a set goal when you come here as a knobs of who you are before in high school. You're a certain person the way you were. You like to fish, you like to play with your friends, you like to be in a gang, and you did what you did. But after you came here, that brotherhood, after that recognition day, that day whenever they put that towel over you and said, you're one of us, you changed your mindset. You thought of your company. Your company is your family. It is. You love your mom and dad at home, but at the same time, when you're here, the people that you have in your company, they understand you a lot better sometimes because they were able to take that thought that we all had before we came here and change their perceptions. So you have to look inside and see who you are as a character. And I know I have to look inside as myself. And I plan to. And I ask you, just go to, when you go home, just go and talk to your friends in the battalions, in the barracks, your TAC officers, anything. Just see who you are as a person, really. And ask them this one question. If you had nothing, no thoughts, no minds, just your body, and that was it, who are you really inside? Thank you.